A time, in a world of pure imagination, there was a little boy named Timmy. Timmy loved chocolate more than anything in the world. He would do just about anything to get his hands on a piece of chocolate cake or a bag of chocolate chips. One day, Timmy's dream came true. His parents took him on a field trip to the most famous chocolate factory in the world, Wonka's wondrous chocolate factory. Timmy had heard stories about the magical chocolate creations that Willy Wonka, the eccentric owner of the factory, made. He couldn't wait to see the factory and taste the chocolate. As they toured the factory, Timmy's eyes widened with wonder. There were rivers of chocolate, lollipop trees, and edible flowers. Timmy's parents warned him to stay close, but in the excitement, he wandered away from the group. Before he knew it, Timmy was lost in the vast factory. He called out for his parents, but his voice was drowned out by the whirring of machines and the sweet aroma of melting chocolate. Panic began to set in as he realized he was all alone. And IDD, Timmy wandered through the factory, searching for a familiar face. He passed by rows of twinkling chocolate molds, gigantic vats of bubbling caramel, and conveyor belts lined with colorful candy. Every step he took led him deeper into the factory. As he turned a corner, Timmy stumbled upon a room filled with lollipop trees. The sweet scent drew him in, and he reached out to grab a lollipop. Suddenly, he heard a voice behind him. "Welcome, little boy, to the lollipop forest." It was Willy Wonka himself, dressed in his signature top hat and coat. "I'm afraid you're lost, aren't you?" Timmy nodded, feeling a mix of fear and excitement. Wonka smiled and took Timmy's hand. "Don't worry, I'll help you find your way. But first, let's have some fun." Wonka took Timmy on a wild adventure through the factory. They rode chocolate rivers, climbed candy cane trees, and even got stuck in a giant peanut butter jar. Timmy laughed and giggled, forgetting about his worries. As they explored, Wonka told Timmy stories about the factory's secrets and the magic of chocolate making. Timmy's eyes sparkled with wonder, and he felt like he'd discovered a treasure trove of sweet delights. After what felt like hours, Wonka led Timmy to a door marked "Exit." Timmy's heart sank, knowing he'd have to leave the magical world behind. But Wonka handed him a special chocolate bar. "A gift for being a brave adventurer," Wonka said with a wink. "Remember, the magic of chocolate is in your imagination. Keep exploring, and you'll find wonder in every corner." As Timmy stepped out of the factory, he saw his parents waiting anxiously. They hugged him tightly, relieved to have found their little boy. Timmy smiled, knowing he'd had the adventure of a lifetime. And so, from that day on, Timmy's love for chocolate only grew stronger. He'd never forget his journey through Wonka's wondrous chocolate factory and the magical world he'd discovered within its walls. And whenever he bit into a piece of chocolate, he'd close his eyes and imagine himself back in the factory, surrounded by the sweet wonders of Willy Wonka's imagination. As they walked home, Timmy's parents asked him about his adventure. Timmy's eyes sparkled as he told them stories of lollipop forests, chocolate rivers, and the eccentric Willy Wonka. His parents listened, smiling at their little boy's wonder. When they reached home, Timmy unwrapped the chocolate bar Wonka had given him. The aroma wafted up, and he took a bite. The flavors danced on his tongue, transporting him back to the factory. For a moment, he was back in the magical world, surrounded by the sweet delights of Wonka's imagination. Timmy smiled, knowing he'd always carry a piece of the chocolate factory with him. And as he drifted off to sleep that night, he dreamed of Wonka's world, where chocolate rivers flowed and lollipop trees bloomed with colorful sweetness. The little boy's heart remained filled with wonder, and his imagination continued to soar, fueled by the magic of Willy Wonka's wondrous chocolate factory. Years went by, and Timmy grew up, but he never lost his love for chocolate or the magic of Wonka's factory. He'd tell stories of his adventure to his own children and grandchildren, passing on the wonder and excitement he'd felt that day. And whenever he bit into a piece of chocolate, he'd close his eyes and remember the magical world he'd discovered within the walls of Wonka's wondrous chocolate